What's going on, everybody? What's going on, champ?
Woo, baby. Another flocking night, another collectible thing. I actually don't know too much about your actual channel here. I didn't know you had two different accounts. There's a Night Owl. I don't know anything. But you hit me up. I said, you what? I'll do it. I'm down. I'm always down to show some love for the collector community.
Well, I have to say, so I got into collecting just under a year ago, and you were one of the first videos that I ever saw about Funko. So once I started watching those, and it was actually when you went to Comic-Con and bought the Alex Pop.
Yes.
And it was amazing. I was just like, who is this guy? And then I started watching your other things, and I watched you talking about how when Pops would become which ones will become more valuable and how to know what to keep and what not to keep. And so I followed you for a very, very long time. And then I started watching you on Twitch and other things like that. And more recently, and how much energy that you have. And that's something that we've always wanted on this channel. And then, that's a big reason why I wanted to hit you up, besides the fact that you have one of the most amazing collections I've ever seen in my life. Not even just the Funko Pops, but look behind you and all of the statues and figures that you have.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been quite an adventure from transforming from being just a professional boxer to going back to collecting and adding all these pops all these years ago and then selling them off over the last year and being able to pick up the most rarest stuff. Like I'm just bought a $2,000 statue using Funko Pops that I picked up years ago, and it's just something special, remarkable, and insane. In the pop community, you'd consider me rich. In real life, not, but in the pop community, you're like, oh, that guy's rich. I'm only rich in that sense when it comes to that because I went out there, I took a chance on a company that I enjoyed very much. And I'm glad you saw some of the videos. You enjoyed it. I seen you just got gifted a sub too on the Twitch channel the other day.
Yeah,
pretty cool. So thank you for supporting all that. I see you do something too. You do something I do every year. I do a thing called Pots for Tots on Long Island. I think we did a third one. We got a fourth one at the end of this year. And I see you do your own little thing too, which is nice.
Yeah, we have one coming up at the end of July. But the one that was most successful so far, we did Pops for Patients, and they're out of Tennessee, and they just delivered over 700, and proud to say that I would say 500 of over 500 of that 700 was from the people that are watching this channel and what we did. So it's an amazing thing for those kids. I noticed that you had the Pops for Patients logo on your trunks and some bites, and it's just nice to be able to take us as big kids and grown-ups and give back to those people. So
when we do it, we're not trying to go to like just like nice hospitals. We go to like kids that are mentally disturbed, kind of mentally challenged, that nobody goes to, nobody visits these people. Some people, their parents dropped them off when they were kids and never returned. So I go to those kind of hospitals, try to help out those kids. I'm not looking for the little cute little kid that's in the hospital. I'm looking for, the ones that need the help the most. And it's been something special for us. Me being able to actually go into these places where a lot of times people donate, they can't go in at all. We go there, we film it, and then we get the Suffolk County probation officers. They donate over 100 pops every single year for us, and it's fun. A lot of work. Got to bring the energy. Got to get hyped. You got to bring it in and go for it. So I love doing it, and it feels special. Like you feel like you've done something, and as you know,
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, if we can be of any help, the third quarter one we're doing is the Children's Brain Tumor Foundation. Actually, one of the guys that watches us and is part of the community, his name is Tori. He had a brain tumor at 18 months old. And so this is something near and dear to his heart. So we're actually doing custom and autograph stuff. So Xavier from Splat Toys just sent me 3 autographed and custom splats. Vanzer Toys is a company we've had on. They're sending us a really cool clear Rambo figure. And inside of it is a big heart, which is cool. We've had people from the community reaching out, and they're going to be doing custom pops for us. We have a couple of like Spastic Collectibles is sending us something to
Nice.
do. So it's been amazing. Everybody's like willing to pitch in. 83 Pop Talk that I just popped up in there. They're doing some custom stuff for us. So it'll be a fun night. But I mean, I'd love to, if we can somehow help you out with the Pops for Tots and fourth quarter, I'd love to be able to do that like right before Christmas, get something out the door to you. And yeah, I'd be happy to help in any way that we can. I mean, we've got a great group of people here, and I know they'd all step up to the plate. So
yeah, that's nice. Usually every year too, I do a little video, like a pre-hype video, where you can send everything, and then on all the pops, we make sure that each one of them are signed. This was like a special thing that I made sure to happen. That people are gonna send me their pops. I don't want your pops. I don't want your flocking pops to tell them. Like, I don't want your pops. Please sign all of them. Write a little note on them, and people get really creative, and they look great, and then we hand them in. So it's always nice. And no matter what, even with the hospital we went to, and we bought like 500 pops once, and they probably gave out like 30 of them, right? But what they do is they put them on like a rewards program with all the extra pops that they get in. So the more the merrier, really, for these people, because they just put them aside. Kids do a little thing good, they get a pop over the years. So hopefully by the time they run out, we have to bring some more in. And we've been trying to go out to different spots every year. But let me know what is your channel? Do you have 2 channels? I don't even.
No, the Night Owl Sessions is a show. It's on my channel that we run the show, but it's Night Owl Sessions, and then I'm my fun company. I'm out of Michigan, so I had started the name as Michigan Fun Company. I just condensed down Michigan to my, so that's what I go by. My real name's Brandy. My mother is in here. She's watching tonight, so she
nice.
is turned into a mini collector. She just bought some mystery boxes that she wants to battle with, and yeah, she's going down the rabbit hole.
No, I stay away from them boxes, baby. I stay away from them. I sell them, but I don't buy them. I sell them always at like a loss, because all the Grail pieces that we put in them are basically gifts from Funko when I was doing a lot of stuff with them. So I'm just like, at least I get to rid of these, and I get to give that to somebody. So that's awesome that you got your mom involved. Whew! She collect anything else before that?
Well, yes, but Mom, I hate to call you out on this for being a little bit of a dork, but she collects antique tablecloths. And so every holiday we have cool tablecloths that go down. And if we spill on it, we don't have to worry about it. She might have a second or a third one somewhere. And she's into antiques. So the house is, we have a lot of furniture that's been passed down from grandparents and stuff that's been restored and stuff like that. So that's what she's mostly into. But we're working on her she shed right now. So I bought her like the Jack Sparrow pop because she's really into Jack Sparrow. And she just got 10 trolls in the mail today. So the whole troll set. So she's got those now.
What I would recommend is return those 10 trolls and buy the dang Pirates of the Caribbean hot toy. This thing is the most beautiful piece ever for Pirates of the Caribbean fans. It comes with like anchor. He comes with his hair, head sculpts, all these extra accessories. You know, it's like $300 something, but it is the greatest figure ever. And if you think about it, if you cash in all these ones and for something else, it just makes it a lot smoother and easier to display because, as you can see in the back of your wall, same my wall. I got to be very selective on which ones I got to pick up now. So it's getting tough out there with space wise for everyone. So,
well, you can see behind me. I need to build my wall over here so I can actually get them out. Yes, Mom, you're collecting the Edward Scissorhands one. She bought that whole entire set that's coming out. She pre-ordered all of them.
Man, she's a full-blown addict. Man, but at the end of the day,
oh yeah, she
go on.
I was gonna say, she actually went on eBay and got the OG Edward Scissorhands too. So she bid on that and won that.
That's smart, very smart. So the good thing about the pops are, as long as you hold them throughout the process of when they get unproduced, they go up in value unless they're really, really May figures, usually just like Star Wars common pops. Like these knockoff guys that you don't know, they're the ones that always just stay at $5. But everything else, you know, if you hold them long enough, they all go up in value in all the modern day collectibles. It's really something special. It gives you something to do and doesn't make you feel as if you're playing yourself over. Oh, there he is right there. This is a hot toy. I've seen it so many times at on one of the spots I shop at. That's so many. His face alone is amazing. So if I would tell you a hot toy, I'd go 1-4 that you're really after. Like if you're a big Pirates of the Caribbean or if you're a fan of another big series, just buy one of them. They just differentiate your room. Looks cool. You got a little bit of everything. Like the girlfriend got me into that a lot, buying not just the pops, but she would buy like the pop and this mini thing, and then like this picture, and then this little thing to go on the side. I'm like, that looks really cool setup. How do you do that? She goes, I didn't just look like this. I looked everywhere. I was like, all right, I like it. I like it.
So, Average Pop Guy wants to ask you a non-Funker related question. So, APG, do you want to type in your question and you can ask Cletus if you'd like. I'm going to get my mom this link so she can find it.
Oh, she's going looking for the Pirates of the Caribbean hot toy.
Yeah, you hooked her.
Woo! It's the greatest piece. You can't find anything unless you get in the real captain's chest. It's yourself.
Yeah, that'll be coming soon, I'm sure. So, I just linked it for her.
Man, that's nice. That was an easy sell.
Exactly, yeah. You should be a spokesperson. So I do have, before he asks his question, I do have one that I'm supposed to ask you. What is your favorite ice cream combination?
Oh, that's Christina Payne asking that question. She already knows it. So we go with, I haven't gotten a walk, it's been closed down. So we get a cone bowl, a bowl that's a cone bowl. We get, man, it's been so long. Let me go, ready? Cotton candy, Dunkaroos. Oh, man. Birthday cake. And then I add strawberry on it. I'll wrap that bad boy up with whipped cream. And then we throw some crunchies on top, extra crunchies. It literally is this big of delicious. Christina Payne will go out there after a fight, send me $20 cash in the mail just for me to go buy one because it's so flocking delicious.
No, that sounds amazing. All right, so here's this question: when you fought Zab, what was what was that feeling like when you essentially put away and ended the career of someone that Mayweather wasn't able to finish?
It was actually something going into the fight. I felt that I was underappreciated, and I felt like if I can't beat this guy, my life is like, oh man, I'm over. So I went into the fight training as hard as I could so that no matter what happened, I can't look back and be like, oh, I should have did that. And because I got in such great shape, went out there, put him to work. It was actually a pretty easy fight for me. And I just savaged him up the whole time and became the WBA champ, which is I'm still the current champ of. So it was a great experience and a great time in my life. I loved it.
So I know it's obviously with everything that's gone down with COVID, it's kind of changed your life. And I watched you the other day. You were working out, which was hilarious, but I could tell that you were like really lifting those weights. And I mean, every single time you got a sub, you had to do another set. So, but how has the quarantine affected your training and the timeline for future fights and everything?
So lucky for me, I fought in the end of February. So February 28th was my last fight. I was probably one of the last fights that were broadcast on social media. I think we were on some channel or whatever, and streamed it on Facebook as well. But oh no, it was a pay-per-view you had to pay for actually. But afterwards, like I just said, Christina Payne would just send us some ice cream money. So then we go buy some ice cream and we hang out and chill. Using the past few fights, I'm getting injuries. So after an injury, you have to sit out. For me personally, I was like, oh, we get an extended vacation over here. And I had little motivation. And then about a month into the quarantine, I actually picked up the COVID-19 virus. My girlfriend works at a nursing assistant living, like for high-end people. She brought it home. I didn't think anything of it because she didn't get, because it's so many different symptoms than everybody else. So she was just sleeping. Okay, that's just all right. She's just tired. She's working. She goes to work at 6. Okay, that's fine. Turns out that she actually had it. I got a really bad cough from it, and whew, you can see from that workout. God damn, I'm struggling. Before that even took place, we did a live show. I did 92 push-ups right in one bat. I was like, ah, and that was like the record. I was like, oh, look at us go. But overall, right now, as of training wise, I was running to train Ramsey, the little kid that I train all the time, but I just drive there now, and I've been focusing on my next chapter, my next move, because we're moving out of here August 1st. So I've been moving my stuff back to my parents' house, situating everything up, and getting ready for the next chapter. So it feels good. It was a big thing for me to move back to my parents' house too. Even if I won something for like $1 million, I think I still want to live back there, because say they're only around for the next 10 years. I got to hang out as much as possible after hating them for all those years of driving me,
right?
Strict people off the charts. So I want to do that for myself and be able to help them out as well.
So Divine Pops is asking, do you still have the Clockwork Orange Pop?
Yes, it's in a safety deposit box. The day we brought it home, I shot like 2 videos of it. I never posted them besides the whole video. I did a top 5, and then I did a mean video, which I never posted. So, because my thing was, whatever Funko was going to do as a company and the moves that they made at the time inside, I didn't like the way they did things. So I went and bought a piece of their history, and I own their history, and it belongs in a museum, and now it belongs in my damn safety deposit box where it should not belong to at all. So,
your mystery.
Well, I'll tell you this though, for all you people thinking I'm crazy buying that pop, many of you guys who watch the live streams or ever talked about this, I bought that pop because I sold the Game of Thrones collection that I had that was planned out years in advance. I think 2 or 3 years ago in advance, for me and my buddy who runs a hedge fund. His name was Ray. We went out there. We bought up all these. I was buying headless Ned Starks for like $700, and we were buying all these things, all these pops, and hauling them up, and just took a chance on it. And the next thing you know, season finale drops, and we sold. I spent $5,000. I sold $15,000 worth, and I netted $10,000, which only spent $1,000 of my money to pay for that pop. So all those pops and the hustle paid for a $11,000 Funko Pop that belongs in a museum. Anybody can do it if you plan it out and put like dedication every single day to whatever that next move is going to be.
Yeah, I never actually thought about it and doing that way. And loading them up to get what I want. I mean, I've been pretty lucky. I have my 3 grails right back there, my personal grails, which are I have the Jolly Roger for my mom, and then I have the Flocked Ralphie, the Comic-Con Mando, NYC, and then I have Marty on hoverboard because Back to the Future is like my favorite movie franchise ever.
That's great. You got a nice variety too. Like me, if you look at mine, it's like Star Wars and a Spider-Man. Now it's not like variety. Like that's great. You got a little bit of everything.
Well, here's your buddy. He's ready to come visit.
Oh, the Fox. The Fox is back. I never met the Fox. I don't know who the Fox is. The only thing I know about this man is I showed up to his damn YouTube channel over here, and now we're about to get some boxing. Let's go. Let's go, Foxy. Let's go. Bring the heat. Bring the pain. I think I saw an eye. Was that a fox eye?
I have no idea what he's dressed like.
How do you get those little emotes on his name on there like that?
I don't know how he does that.
Fancy nerd.
Fancy nerd.
He's
got a pretty impressive beard.
Uh-oh. 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 He's about to get yelled at for flashing them lights like that. Like 25 cents. Uh-oh.
Power went out.
He's a little worried. You don't want to get that copyright, so we cut the song off.
Full screen, baby.
Uh-oh.
Okay, full screen. Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Oh. It's amazing.
Seldin.
What's up, Mr. Hairline? The Fox.
How you doing?
All right, baby.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Did I do this right? I feel
That was pretty good. That was pretty impressive.
Time.
What's the numbers
First
for?
time. Are these the right numbers?
I don't know what they are. What are the numbers for?
1738.
That's his Instagram name. That's for the Fetty Wap song.
Oh. The Fox is out of control. At least I can cancel my red dress that I was going to bring in for my live stream.
Hey, go hard. You say go
hard. That's right. Go hard. That's my line.
Cap says no twerking.
This is an Everlast Lane Bryant collaboration.
Where'd you get that top from?
What's that?
Where'd you get the top from?
Oh, Target all day, baby. Target. Where'd you get that top from?
Whew.
You got a
Amazon.
time machine, baby? You got a time machine?
That's right, baby. That's right.
I love it. Oh, man. You know, when I saw those glasses, I'm like, boom.
Oh, there you go.
Another ring
Perfect time
legend.
came out with that guy.
Another ring legend.
That's right.
Woo!
He got the screw. He got screwed over the entire business. He got the shaft.
Nice job, Fox. And he's in all red
Baby,
for
we're
Fox
matching.
Sports.
Look at this.
I know. It's because I got off of work and literally had to pop on the live. So it's been an insane day. He and I were both up. We were talking backstage, and he and I have both been up since I've been up since at least 5. He got up around 5. So it's been a crazy day. And I had a meeting after normal hours. So it's like one thing after another. But I know you know how that is because you have to train constantly. And yes, Fox is a trip. And Mama J, what's going on? She's in here. She's at work at the same time.
Or he's tripping.
I feel as if you
Pop,
switch outfits. Like you should just do like a magic take. You like you put the dress on and she puts the
That's right.
shirt
See, you know
on.
what I like? Because, you know, during COVID, we all had to take second jobs, first jobs, COVID jobs. So I figured if I don't make it as a boxer, I just take these off and then I'll be your ring fox.
There you go.
Round two.
You should go to Barstool. Barstool's probably hiring.
I don't know if I qualify. I got that winter bod. I got the COVID bod.
Oh,
it's because you eat ramen all day.
The ramen bod.
Don't eat that ramen. You're gonna get a heart attack. The Golden Collectibles said I spent over $200 on a Marvel Black Light Pop.
Hold on.
My store sold out. Don't do that. Anybody. They come in waves. They get 6. Next month they get 16. The month after that they get 50. And then 6 months from that is 100 on the shelf. Please, guys. They're Target exclusives. There's no chases in there. The hardest one probably going to be up is the Spider-Man fig. But please, guys, no. Don't do that. Don't be the hype beast. Patience.
I went we stopped on the way up to visit some family yesterday, and I walked in and the lady's like, you just missed a guy who came back here with a shopping cart and pulled every single one of the Blacklight Pops except 2 of the captains that she had sitting that she hadn't put out yet, and then just the t-shirt. So all I got was the t-shirt with the multiple characters on it and one of the Captain Americas. It wasn't to flip them. I thought they were really cool. I wanted Spider-Man, Thor, and Captain America. Doctor Strange, it's not really been my thing. So that's the ones I wanted, and I couldn't even get them.
That sucks. I haven't been in the game as much like I used to be. I'm online, first online at the cons, first online at the Hot Topics or whatever there is. And I was like, oh, everybody's getting hyped for these pops. I so looked at it and said, oh, what are the chances those pops matches every outfit I have right now? It's going to be perfect. So I want to put them on. I want no OB on those bad boys. Did a box light up too or no?
They look like they would. I haven't seen them in box like anybody put the black light to them, but I've seen people just put the pops out on the black light and they're amazing. Now I know at least the Spider-Man box looked like it had some glow.
Oh, there you go, right there.
But the box is still dope. Like the box art is amazing.
Yeah, it's nice when they just switch it up. The Black Series recently did that, and I'm like, I'm buying the Black Series ones because the boxes look so amazing. So dumb. It's the same pops, same ones, different colors.
Did your movie mystery box sell out?
I'm a little bit of a, I told it to the girlfriend afterwards. I was like, I'm a little cocky son of a gun. I expect to sell out every mystery box within like an hour or 2 of me live streaming it. Like, if we don't sell these out, I said, if we sell these out, I'm buying this huge statue. Eventually, we sold it out and bought a statue. But sometimes we sell them out within an hour in there. And I'm like, that's pretty hard for anybody to do. And I'm expecting to do it every time. So, but I make them really for the collectors. You get them like, they come from there's like a grail and they're all tiered down. And then $15 plus shipping. I did on the last one.
For those of you who haven't seen Cletus put together a mystery box, or at least number them on Instagram Live, it might be the best thing on TV because he does it, and it's like You know what I'm talking about. So it'll be like, brr, brr, you know, and like USPS, UPS, FedEx, they're all gonna truck them anyway. But just the energy you have and saying, what am I at, 20? All right, 19, 20, and it's just like you're prepping them, and it's entertaining, and I mean, there's transparency, and you're like, you smell it, you smell the box, you're like, I know this is Maleficent. I know this is Ursula.
Yeah, I do.
I'm feeling it.
Definitely Maleficent. This one's definitely Maleficent.
I love it.
No, it is. I can feel her. She's like one of the heavy pops. The problem, well, I can't wait till I'm done with mystery boxes, because if I ever have to ship mystery boxes ever again, I'm going to throw up. It's been like this big plan on how to get rid of some of these pops, because I sold the Grail figures last year, and how do you sell the other one? So you got to make some sacrifices to get rid of them. But I made them so friendly that people who don't like me probably buy them.
I bought 3 of your DC boxes. I got the 8-bit Batman, or 8-bit Batgirl. I had, I think, the 8-bit Batman and one other one, and then I had a couple of friends that are super big Batman fans, and so and Christina, I sent one to Christina too. So I sent Christina one, and then 2 of my other friends that I gifted those to because they're big fans. I mean, I wanted to get them because, but you know, it's all about like paying it forward, and those people had all done, you know, a lot of support and stuff like that. So I just paid them forward. I opened them myself. I didn't let them open them. I opened them just to see what I got. But I mean, it was awesome. A wide range of things, and I was happy with it. I got bummed out because by the time I knew you sold out, but I had to ask. So I got on there because I collect movie pops. Like, that's my big thing. And so I went on there to go grab them last night. I was like, damn it, I missed it.
Yeah. They so we sell them strictly on Twitch first for like the first 30 minutes, and then we move it on to YouTube. But sometimes I don't even make it to YouTube, and sometimes I'm starting to stream like, all right, it's like a minute in, nobody bought shit, and I didn't plan anything else. Okay. So any requests? I'm like, and the next thing you know, and I got a great setup with the stream and how I have like all the notifications and all that stuff. I've been streaming on Twitch for probably about 10 years on and off for so long. I used to play a lot of video games on there, and then found my way into making some YouTube content, some videos. I only started collecting Funko Pops, well, posting videos about them. There was nobody really ever out there doing that or hunting down figures at all. And I wanted to shut everybody on Reddit to flock up, because I hated the Reddit people, because that was the only like community. There wasn't like Facebook groups at the time, really. There was Funko Pop Buy Sell Trade, but that was it. There wasn't like your local ones that you have like 1 in each city, 2 in the city now. It was just those guys. So I was like, you know, flock these guys on Reddit, and I'd unbox. If you go watch my first videos, there's like 300 views. I'm unboxing Darth Maul's, this Darth Maul, Luke Skywalker.
That's your number one, no?
Yeah, he's worth 3,000. I was offering 5,000 for it, but I can't sell that bitch. I can't sell him. I refuse. Just take away my soul.
So Sean Ryan says he's going to steal your look.
Besides PPG or top 10, what's your number one? Like your number one.
Oh, Alex Lodge is number 1.
Oh, okay.
And then I would put him there at next one. But then I got the ceramic protos that are the rarest of the rare. And it goes to a good film, it's Thor Ragnarok. I have all those guys on lock. So if I ever sold those, I'd probably sell them in a set for like $10K or something like that, or 2,000 piece.
Do you accept Venmo, PayPal, or IOU?
I don't know. Now the thing is, you got to get somebody to sell them to you. That's the hard part. You know, you could go have $3,000 to buy this right now, but where are you going to buy one from? There's none listed in the entire world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are there any small loan officers in the chat here? So here's what we need. You said what? Have some 3K?
I don't even have a price. I already offered 5,000.
Oh, come on. Listen, come on, Bret Hart. Ted DiBiase.
Everybody's got a price. I feel like if you took my soul, I'll show up and like looking like Jedi Patrol or something. I'll just be like, hey, what's going on, guys? Like, I'll be all plain and boring. I like coming out here looking flashy, having the stuff, flaunting it, doing my thing. Stay away from my goddamn figures.
I like your Funk Flex back there.
They ain't no Marvel Selects, the Marvel Legends.
No, Funk Flex. I like your watch. You got your timepiece hanging.
This ain't my timepiece. This is my cell phone.
No, over your left shoulder.
It's not about your belt.
Your Flavor
cell
Flav.
phone.
Oh,
My
what?
flip phone.
Wow.
My flip phone. It's my flip phone. I rock a flip phone.
You
I got,
have
I just recently put that up. I
Everything
had a lot of
that's
things
OG.
from collectors that sent me over the years that I would hang on the wall over here, like these shelves that they made. I took that
Flavor
down. I put
Flav.
that up. I got another belt too that's over here. But,
No, that's your WBC title, right?
yeah, it's the WBC one. The WBA one's on this chair. I don't want to knock the Hulkbuster over because it might get pissed at me. So I'm just going to leave him there. He's 30 pounds, this thing. I don't know if you guys ever seen one.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, no.
I've seen it in the background, but that thing is huge.
I unboxed this thing too. It's from Mezco. It's
Oh.
look how big it is. It's bigger than that's my hip. This is King Kong. He's overpriced for what he actually
Is he holding Woody? Is he holding a Woody?
Yeah. But this is the Hulkbuster. So this thing weighs around 30 pounds.
Oh.
You could actually put the
Oh,
Iron
wow.
Man inside of it. I finally unboxed it yesterday, and I'll put it in the live stream maybe this weekend. Oof. But he's a fucking beast. And you can open this up. They actually put the Iron Man inside of it. And he comes with the deluxe feature where there's the Hulk. So Tony Stark created this to take down the Hulk. So there's a feature where he has like an arm that comes out and it actually attaches to the Hulk, so the Hulk can't go run away. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Who needs a entourage or security detail when you have that bad boy?
Yeah, that thing is crazy. It's amazing. I just got that. I finally unboxed it. I put this on payment plan for Sideshow. I paid like $110, $120 every month for like 10 months, and then I had to pay for shipping for it. I was like, so worth it. So worth it.
Yeah, are you more partial to the Hot Toys or the Mezco? Because I know you have a lot of Mezco. So do you like the Hot Toys better, or the Mezcos are completely different?
The Mezcos are like fillers for me for Hot Toys, and then the Mezcos and then the Marvel Legends are fillers for the Mezco figs. Also, there's sometimes you find out in your collection that you don't need to have like a $300 figure because you don't have that kind of love for it. Some of these figures, they go for like $60 or whatever. I'm okay with having that version of that as a $60 fig instead of spending a $300 on it and then be like, yay, I'm this much of a fan of it and I spent $300 on it. I'm going to sell it and get rid of it. One of the rarest things actually in my collection is this thing. A Rumble Bee from Bucky O'Hare. It took me 10 years to find one of these. This is a unreleased figure from I think Hasbro or I forgot who made it. I think it was Hasbro. Maybe Mattel had this company. This actually released the entire second wave of these guys carded on the back, and then the company completely shut down operation, and they never released the second wave for the Bucky O'Hares. And it took me 10 years to find this. I'm looking for about 6 more. I will sell my entire collection just to pick this up. The Bucky O'Hare line is my line for me growing up. Like many people would have that connection with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or some like ridiculous show that you always remembered. So that's like my grail pieces. Like I said, it took me 10 years to find one on eBay.
They don't come up very often, and rarely. I mean, if it takes 10 years, so.
Yeah, a lot of them they are illegally. You can't sell them on the internet usually. So like the carded figures that would never that would produce but never sold. Like they have the whole backing of it. Imagine you were just getting into say you got into the Marvel characters and the Marvel movies, and all of a sudden they made one wave, and then they showed you the second wave, and they never actually produced the figures for them. And you know they're out there somewhere, and you can't buy them, and then they finally show up 10 years later. You're like, oh my God, I've been searching for these forever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it right there.
That's awesome. That's an amazing find. Now, going back to the Twitch thing, so you said you were on Twitch for like 10 years, and I just recently found Twitch actually through following you, is where I kind of heard about Twitch and everything else, and I have a guest coming up that is big on Twitch. So what are the benefits of being on Twitch? Because I know you can stream simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch, yes?
Yes, until you get partnered, and you get partnered when you have an average of 75 viewers. I'm for it. I'm not for it because I get a lot of viewers from YouTube, but I get more support on Twitch. There's a thing called subscriptions. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, you link it with your with your Twitch account, you get a free subscription every month. So $2.50 actually goes to the channel. So if I have I think we have around 200 subs. Those subs alone, that for people who go out there and just use their Amazon link account for free that you get every single month from Amazon for being an Amazon Prime member, it supports the channel to where I can go out there and pick up more outfits and act more crazy and buy more equipment, and not collectibles wise alone, just for me to buy more equipment stuff. The music on there, I never get blasted for ever, which is great. And for me personally, I love to have background music or background noise at home whenever I'm doing anything. And I find myself finding my favorite channels on Twitch, leaving them in the background as I do my thing throughout my entire day, instead of doing a YouTube thing where you play it and then it just pushes onto a different series of film and it's commercial. Yeah. Then it's like a 2-hour commercial. Like, you ever seen these 2-hour commercials that pop up if you don't skip? I was like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? What do you do? 2 hours? I gotta sleep here. This is coming on. Skip.
Well, you didn't skip the ad. You gotta like wake up and like touch it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I gotta come back. I said, what is this?
Also, Cletus, listen, you have mastered I'm trying to substitute my potty mouth fuck with fox, but you with your flock, and you have like, you skill it because you haven't slipped. That's like, it's secondary for you. So kudos. I'm still in training, but every flocking that you dropped, I'm like, I would have said something else.
Every time. It was the greatest thing I ever created. Flocking. Flock it, flock it, flock this, flock that, flocking everybody. I flocking hate everything. You pop sucker.
Oh, another one. The hits keep coming.
Oh yeah, he's got some good ones. I watched him for a while, and I've heard you slip up a couple of times, but you use the flocking at the most opportune moments, and then you see everybody cracking up. It's great.
Unless I'm really pissed, I'll go like, usually pissed as if I'm disappointed in like a figure that we unbox. I'm like, what the like, what is this? Why are you doing this to us? It just pisses me off. Or when you saw me do that workout stream, I'm like, what the fuck? Why? I just did 340 push-ups. I'm done. Let's go. You cocksuckers.
So got a couple other questions from the chat. Pop's got it asking, when is your next fight?
As of right now, because of all the work and effort that has to be put into a boxing match, because it is one of the most dangerous sports in the entire world. My friend passed away just 2 years ago. 2 other boxers died too. On top of that, in a I think a 4-month span, and if you don't put as much effort, or if you don't put a full time plus more into the actual fights, you can be completely dangerous. So there's no need for me as of right now focusing on moving, recovering, and setting up my next spot to even think about boxing. So I don't think I'm going to be boxing in 2020 this year at all, unless something like crazy comes up, and I kind of don't want to.
Just so you know, your night owl career is thriving right now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, if you want like something secondary.
Oh, thanks. I'll take the application in for sure.
No, we fast tracked you. You're here.
Yeah, I wish I had. They must be. They got to be 12 days in a week. Everybody know. So I wake up at 5 a.m. If you add up all the time, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I go to the same sleep as you. I'm actually awake 21 hours more than you, which makes it, I have nearly close to an 8-day work week compared to you. And if you fast forward that over a year, I get over 400 and I think it's 40 days in 1 year compared to everybody else who wakes up at 8, 9 o'clock, even though we go to bed at the same time.
Wow. Early champ gets the belt.
I got, the one thing we'll never get back is time in this world.
Exactly.
You ain't never getting it back, baby. Get it back. Go after it. And that's how my motto is. I just go hard.
Definitely.
So
Hey, do you want to
did
mention
something-
Cletus? I'm sorry, Brandy. Do you want to mention
Sure.
your colleagues' names? I don't
Listen.
know if I'm familiar with who you lost, man. I'm sorry.
Listen, kid. We don't pronounce anybody by their goddamn names here. And my Funko company is her name. You're the goddamn Foxy. I didn't see her go out of character here. This is she didn't say, "Oh, this is what's it done." They called you Fox.
I am in a summer dress, sir.
Listen, you're the Foxy. A good idea, dog. That's pretty smart. I'm the king of Viper. You call him Cletus because the channel's name was actually that. Don't go out of character. Don't call no brandies.
Viper.
We don't want no brandies. Thank you. Now, what's your question?
Actually, I did something for you because in reviewing, and I want to talk about this because what I found was. So what I found was this is I always worry when I watch. I mean, I know that you're okay because I'm talking to you right now, but like I saw some of these pictures and of what it looks like when you guys get punched in the face, like what it does to contort your face. Like, and I warn anybody who has a weak stomach. Some of these are kind of crazy, but this is one that I found, and that was just kind of a non-professional boxer. But look at this guy's poor face.
Sugar Shane Mosley right there.
Yeah.
And then I found this guy.
No, Zeb. Look at that. That's how you throw a perfect hook.
You're looking the wrong way.
Ah, man. Zeb Super Judo, 6-time world champion.
Yeah.
Man.
Well done, sir. Well done. Ah.
It just looks so painful. I mean, it really does. And I mean, I know that you survive and you're a warrior and everything, but like this one, I was just like, oh my gosh, how do you guys recover from this?
That is fucking hilarious. The other guy had a little tattoo, a little dog on his shoulder.
It looks like Pac-Man.
That's a good one. That's fighting a lefty too. This guy was a tough son of a gun. He's from Mongolia. He was in the Olympics.
I found a different shot, I think, of the same guy, but look at his face there. Like
I fought him twice, fought on ESPN too.
That was insane. This is probably one of my favorite ones I found of your fights.
Oh, this guy. Oh, this motherfucker here. This guy goes out there. He literally is in the ring laughing about 4 seconds before I just smashed him in his face. He was like, and I just laughed as hard as I could. And look what happened to my man. Johnny Garcia. Flock. I'm not going to say nothing.
I found that one too. That poor guy didn't know it was coming.
That was an HBO. That was an HBO fight. One of the best moments of my life, right there. And I got the golden dog patch on my trunks.
Yeah,
you almost look like you have a Glow Chase sticker on your trunks. My phone company. Can you put that back? It looks like a Glow Chase sticker.
That one,
yeah. Come on, that's a Glow Chase.
Yes, that's my secret Easter egg. That was one of the moments I got really involved with the Funko company. I don't know if I wore Funko on my trunks yet. No, I just wore that in the ring, and that's when I started getting involved with Brian and Brian Mariotti, and I can't think of his name right now. The rest of the crew over there, emailing them, talking to them, getting invited to do the movie and doing their premieres and going to their cons and their events and fun days and all that fun stuff. It was a dream come true that year, 2018. I did it recently in that top 5 Funko Pop video I posted. Like 2018 was by far the greatest year for anybody who collects anything, if you're obsessed with one company, imagine being able to go be in their movie, go to the red carpet, after being on a red carpet, watching a film with them, hanging out, because I always find my way into places, hanging out, drinking, having a blast, go off the charts. I can't remember his name. The guy who's he's one of the owners. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Comes up to me, says he loves my part in the film, gives my first prototype. I'm just the greatest night of my life. That night, I walking past, I see the Black Power Ranger at the premiere, and I'm like, oh man. I'm not one to run up to people and say, like, hey, can I get a picture? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait for it. I'm waiting for it. And he goes and he walks away. I'm like, damn, that was the Black Power Ranger. Why me? He comes back around about 2 minutes later. He's like, hey, can I get a picture with you? I was like, holy shit, this is the greatest moment of my life. Greatest night ever. It was the greatest night ever. I can't find anything. Just like better than beating people on HBO boxing for the first time. Holy shit, man. It's just imagine whatever you're obsessed with, being part of them, conversating with them, asking your questions to them, seeing if you get the theories right. Like I used to do a big thing called Funko Pop Theories, and I would just try to brain them and drill them and drill them and drill them. Yeah. They were awesome. Damn.
So when you did the movie, what is that experience like? Because most of us aren't in the same spotlight that you are. So you've been on TV, you've been on the big stages and everything else, but then doing the movie is a little bit different than being live and boxing and being wrapped up in the moment. How was that for you? Is that something you would want to do again, or was that kind of a one and done kind of a thing?
That movie at the end of it, I was pretty pissed because I was the only one flocking, running up and doing damn workouts. I was in the boxing gym. We were running sprints. I ran for like 45 minutes. We were running all over the place. We were training everywhere at gyms. I was like, oh my God, how much more do we got to do? And then I go watch the film. Everybody's sitting in their goddamn chairs. Yeah. Funko's very smart what they do. They don't pay for anything for advertisement wise. They had that video basically done for free. And then they had everybody that was involved in the Funko treatment, basically for them, the pop treatment, just to promote their own figures on there, and then told us all to promote it on the social media. So they didn't even pay any money for it. Such a smart thing. It was a big promotional thing, which was great. I'd love to do another one. We're shooting a film for some days you're the dog, some days you're a tree. It's a documentary about boxing.
That's great.
Yeah, it's about boxing because some days you're a dog, some days you're a tree. Everybody knows that. Some days you're the king in the gym, some days you get your ass whooped. It's just the way it is. And we've been shooting that documentary film for like 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
My boxing career and my manager's career, it was already gotten to the film festivals as of like their trailers and everything. So we're still shooting it. I just got to get the damn big fight and get this over with. We're all sick of getting cameras around and following us everywhere. We're just like,
hey Viper, do you need any extras? Because I could do any role you need. Obviously, I can. Whatever
I need a heavy bag.
Ooh, there you go.
That's what she said. So
you just tape him up and
let's see that again. Do it again. Oh, it's not even in slow motion. It's so fast. Look at this. Chat. My Fun Company. You realize that we have a 1-of-1 glow chase on the screen right now? I just want to.
Yes, I do. I still wish they'd make a pop out of. After all that you've done with the company and promoting it and everything else, I just wish they would make a Cletus pop. I just think it's appropriate to do so.
I thought it was going to happen until they went public. Once they got public, everything got shut down. It was in that particular thing wasn't in the works, but a contract of something else was. And when we went into it, it was just, I was just 6 months to a year too late for it to get it actually done and be like, hey, let's go. Because I was the only person doing something. And if you watch the Funko movie, I go out there and I explain to everyone, listen, in my sport, I can actually wear what I want to represent. My girlfriend's patch on my back, Funko glow in the dark Chase dead center on my trunks. And I can do that. Nobody
That's
else can
awesome.
do that.
And I like that you have your name across the front, because most of the time they're trying to get you guys, from the front side. So you get the Seldin across the front, and that kind of represents where. And then I always noticed. I mean, you had the Funko on your trunks, you had the Pops for Patients on your trunks, you've had the Glow Chase on your trunks. I mean, it's cool that you have combined, and I think that's why the name stuck with me. Is that the half gladiator, half geek? Is that you can combine both. You're in there giving it your all, and getting punched and punching people, and at the same time, you still have that little bit of the geek, like you said, that little Easter egg that, hey, I'm a collector at heart, guys.
Man, it's a bad addiction. But I honestly say I wouldn't have the same life if I didn't collect, because usually when I stopped collecting from, I think all of us stop as soon as we become teenagers. One, it's too flocking expensive. My mom and dad's not going to buy me anything. Hey, Dad, I'm 16. Can you go buy me the newest action figure? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go play football. What are you doing?
Yeah. What? And you want a car after driver's ed? What are you doing?
Yeah. No, I don't want the car. I definitely want my Marvel Legend, bro.
I'll walk. I'll take the city bus. Just give me a hot toy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's just so crazy. So I think we all go out of that just because there's so much more expected of us in our lives. We don't know what to expect. And then the fact that stuff costs money. I know we're gonna buy that shit for us, man. So
Eric from Two Boys has got a couple questions for you. He said, if someone appeared faster than you, how would you attack them? With a speed bag or a heavy bag?
So if somebody's faster than you, they can be as fast as they want, but if their timing is wrong, it doesn't matter, because all I got to do is wait till he throws and I can just fire right back on someone. So you don't want to punch power with speed. You want to punch with him. So because I'm naturally stronger than somebody, as soon as he throws, I'm going to throw as well. And we're going to both finish our punches. And whoever punches the most is going to get the victory on that engagement. And then for me, I'm a guy who fights on the inside. So if I hit you with those, I'm definitely going back to work and finishing you off, or continue to work to wear you down.
He also wanted to know, how do you control a match mentally?
Oh, you just go in it. The best way to do it is same thing I kind of took from what I do there into the Funko game. I dedicated my entire life to it every single day. Did not give a flock. I want to be obsessed with this one particular sport that if I go in the ring, I already know I did everything I had to and I have no regrets. Same thing I did with my Pops, my Funko Pop collection. I thought about Funko Pops every single day for like nearly 2 years. I was buying 3 or 4 a day and just trying to figure out, like, come on, baby, like, the stocks almost, right? It's like, which one is it? Which one is it? I was huge on never selling your collection, but you will find yourself, especially Admiral Funko, you find yourself like, all right, I have 10 of these, one of the same figures, and I got no more flocking space. Why don't I just sell like 3 of these figures to pay for like a hot toy, because they're so flocking expensive, the Pops, and then you're like, all right, well, let me sell a little bit more figs because it's freed up 10 spots or whatever. And then you're like, all right, I'll sell another one. But I believe everybody needs a diverse collection. You don't want to spend everything and just put everything into just one series. And Admiral Funko is that person. She just puts everything into the Pops. I think I would want her to go out and just, expand a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it. All these other companies still have the value there. And you don't have to buy the whole series because they don't release 10 figures or 12 figures in a wave. Especially, you get your exclusives in there and more variants, and you get Comic-Con stuff to where the cat and mouse game just flocking sucks.
Yeah.
Over time.
Grumpy Skunk wants to know if the estate of Randy Savage had a yard sale.
Oh, man. I wish he did. I'd be fucking loaded. Oh my Lord. Imagine that. I can't find that much Randy stuff on the internet.
That was awesome. Because of you becoming famous and getting in front of people, everybody thinks that the fame is great, and I'm sure there are perks to it. But what are the perks of being you, and what are the things that you have found that has really changed, and maybe not for the better, since you've gone to all these fights and been in the public eye?
I hate it. I don't like, even if I won $10 million or $1 million fight, I'm going to move back to my parents' house, hanging out with them and doing my own thing, creating my next setup. I hate it when people just come up to you and they I'm a collector, so I know what it means. Hey, can I get a photo and take a picture with this and sign it? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm the same flock of guy. I want to go find that other guy to go get from him, and I don't like it. I got a little anxiety from it as well, a lot. So a lot of the time, just see me wherever I go. I just wear my sunglasses everywhere. It just helps me like soothe, like I can be just like the person I am. To where when I go to a Target or something, I got my glasses on, and I'm just like living my own dream right now. I got the guinea pig on my foot right now. What are you doing, Finn? I got the guinea pig on my foot, but that's probably the worst part. The good parts are you get invited to so many flocking things too, which is nice. And you get, you get to be taken care of and feel different than majority of people. Like, I don't want to wait on no flocking line ever. So,
it's a thing, I'm sure.
Like, we going to see Hulk Hogan. I'm like, I'm not waiting on no flocking line. Yo, Jimmy Lyrics, the World Series guy. Hey, Jimmy, can we get in real quick? All right, boom. Or we go see Limp Bizkit, or we go see somebody, or some kind of play, or there's a club going on. Like if it was like Halloween, like in a day, we just call up somebody to call a manager to get us into the place. But so after that,
club, I think the whole chat is like eager to learn what club in New York City or the nation or the world. What is let me say to the bouncer or the doorman, code word Viper? Where does that get us a straight to VIP? Or
you got to roll up with me. You got to roll with me. It's me and then these guys all behind me, and then we just roll up. The hammerheads show up. It's crazy.
I'm with Hologram Vader. That's what I'm doing.
The holographic Darth Vader, 2 different versions. I don't even know.
I'm with Maul. I'm with
Maul is. I don't know what it is up with Maul. He's barely even in the film. I like him in the Clone Wars.
I don't understand how that makes sense. That because there's more epic Funkos, but
I don't know if there's more epic
not
one.
The mold.
He's amazing looking. His character is so bland. He's like Boba Fett. He's like, wait, what?
Those is fighting words. You just like Boba Fett? What?
He showed up for 30 seconds in all the movies ever. Like Mandalorian.
It's all about Mando now, baby.
It's all about the Mando. Hopefully, we get a good backstory from it. But Maul on itself is like, he looks cool.
Yeah,
he's a villain. He's a Sith dude. Just don't get it. So
we got another question. If you could redo any fight, which one would it be and why?
Yves Ulysses, the gentleman I fought, was my 3rd fight in 11 weeks. I fought him as being the 3rd fighter ever to fight back-to-back months on HBO. Myself, Roy Jones Jr., and Mike Tyson were the only ones before that. Now, currently, but at the time, it was just those 2. So I took that opportunity. I didn't know how bad it was going to be to cut weight, to lose weight 3 times in 11 weeks, and then not knowing I had a really bad injury going into the fight, to where training for it was like the worst. Like, I would work out one day, I'd take 2 days off. And going into the fight, I was so flat and bloated. I can just see it. And the kid lit me up, knocked me down 3 times in 3 rounds. And I got up each round trying to win the motherfucker. No matter what, I'm trying to win. And at the end of it, he won his fight. If I could do it all over again, I would either never took in the fight at all, because we had the hype from the first fight that was just like, my stock was right here, like through the roof.
Yeah.
It was like through to, like, you couldn't find another one of me. And then we go do a performance like that everybody ripped me off. But if I could do that fight again, which I would do, As soon as the fight starts, I would just go backwards instead of me chasing him. I would have him chase me because we fought in a ring that was Olympic size styled ring. It was so massive, so big. And the kid was a great moving boxer overall, which we later found out.
Will Be Poppin said, is there a fighter that you haven't fought yet that you want to fight before your career is over?
Manny Pacquiao is my number one fighter right now. He's one of the only ones. Greg Garwood in the motherfucking chat. That's my boy. That's my homie. You should see a picture of him. Oh my God. Garwood, send me that picture again.
Yeah, well, his beard looks like it could rival Fox's.
Oh man. Let me go. I don't know if you can share my screen. Let me see if I can find Garwood. Oh, this guy is he's the most luscious man out there.
Luscious. He's using the word luscious, Greg.
Yeah, so if you could share my screen, I don't know if you can do that or not.
Is it? If you can pop it up in there, it should be. There should be a.
Oh, let me see. Share screen. Boom. We were gonna.
Luscious.
I'll go with this one. Boom. And
he's got
here he is right
lusciousness.
Look at that. That's Greg Garwood, folks. The most luscious man in America.
Wow.
He's the most luscious man in America. Him and his Marvel Legends. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
America. I would argue the universe.
That's
well, Greg, you've just been baptized into night owls. I can say that for sure.
Oh my
I think
Lord.
he baptized us. I think Greg just baptized us.
That's not Greg Garwood.
Through Viper.
That isn't Garwood, but it almost looks like him. That's what our thing looks. What up, Anthony? How you doing, buddy? Anthony B, another big supporter of the channel. Duck Dodgers, what up, brother?
I know all these names that I've been watching in your Twitch feed are all in here.
Yeah, I know these guys. I talk to them all daily. The one that's a pain in the ass, though, is Anthony B. This motherfucker shows up to my, he messaged me only on YouTube, on Facebook. So he comes in, he goes, what's good? Like, hey, like I woke up next to him in bed, like, hey, like, no, what do you want? He just asked me what's up. What's up? I'm doing my thing, bro. What do you want from me, man? You psycho? Holy shit. No, man.
They want to know what you. Ross is asking, what did Cletus think of the first time he met Sugar Ray? Welcome back, Batman.
I don't think I met Sugar Ray in person. Roy Jones Jr. is probably my favorite person to meet because he was my favorite boxer when I got into boxing. And I was like, oh, holy shit, there's Roy Jones Jr. And then one of the questions were asked when I got into boxing, what kind of boxer was I? I was like, oh, I wanted to be a slick fighter like Roy Jones Jr. I had his shoes, I had his taluses. It just turns out that, I'm white, I got flat feet, and I'm not have as much rhythm as the colored fighters. So I had to become this come-ahead forward guy. Then Roy Jones sat in his chair, leaned back, and I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I love you.
Then Eric's asking, what do you think about, is it Teofilo Stevenson style of boxing?
Actually, I'm not really into him that much. I like Lomachenko a little bit more. I'm not a fan of him at all. He's kind of new too on the scene. Once these guys get really challenged and into fights, then I become actual viewers, hardcore viewers of them, or enjoying. Hey, where you going? Get your ass out of there. No. Give me a second. This guy's gonna eat all my wires. I will be right back.
Sure.
Oh,
it's understandable. My fake dog used to pee on my fake router.
Hey.
So show me the raps. How long did that take you to do that?
Too long. But they, Everlast helped me out because this thing's not sticking, but it's Velcro, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The hardest part was nailing the ensemble.
I'm pretty proud of you that you got the right size dress.
No. I just went for the largest, and then.
Why are you doing this?
The best part is asking. See, I don't know day shift too much, but asking them to help me out with the whole. What size am I? Because I was 18W in a Leia bra bikini, but
That was random.
Hey.
Welcome back, guys. How you doing?
Yeah. Now we piece on dead zones.
My guinea pig literally just jumped over everything. It was like, I'm going straight for your wires.
What, like, obviously boxing, you guys can go, your time is limited. It's not something you can do till you're 95 years old. So what is your dream for what you're going to do after boxing is over? I mean,
if I had a dream, it would be I would own a toy store and I would just be one of them flea market reselling guys. Like, that is the greatest hobby ever. I do this little video. I go to Time Warp Comics. They own basically a flea market style toy shop. They have nothing for retail. They just buy collections and sell collections, and just being around figures like that and owning so many rare figures. Because to me personally, the Grail Funko Pops, you want to own them at least like once. Like, you don't have to keep it forever, but it feels good to own it like
in your hands.
Once.
In your hands,
yeah.
right? Just like
not like those raffle guys, those what do they call those things? Waffles. These guys go in, they win the waffle, and then they put it in next week's raffle. Like, come on. Don't put it in next. Like, hold on to it, enjoy it.
Yeah, you went for it.
You buy
you need to flip it, but why'd you go after it?
Exactly. And what happens is everybody wants to get that feeling, touching it, taking it out of the box. If you continue to do these raffles and these waffles, every time someone gets that pop, it gets more damaged, and then there's less of them over time, which is.
And also think about like Woody and Toy Story. These collectibles, these toys have feelings, right?
Absolutely. I'm pissed.
I talk to Doug and Cone all the time, and that's crazy, but it's true.
I used to rock a car.
You can visit. You're pretty close to me.
I am not coming to your fox and the hound, where the fox sleep?
What?
Where does the fox sleep? No, where does a fox sleep though?
Oh, in a den? Oh, you're not gonna come to my den?
Yeah, I'm not coming to your foxy den.
Well, you know what? You know
Flock
what? Maybe you should fight for it.
I ain't showing up to the Queens first off. Flocky den.
Oh, do you know what? Let me ask you a question. So, New York tip, right? I don't know if anybody in the chat gets this. I think there's a couple. But, so, I did it too, right? So, my ex, whatever, long story. Do you, when you say ECCC, do you accidentally say SCCC? Because I do all the time. Little Suffolk County, never? Okay, so I do.
Wait, for what? Suffolk County?
Yeah, CC.
I thought you were talking about Emerald City Comic-Con.
I am, but also like I confuse the Emerald City Comic-Con with like Suffolk County Community College. I've been saying SCCC like for years. Do you get that or no?
Never have I ever.
Oh well, then
never.
Knock
I
out.
never. I don't even like Nassau County. I hate leaving Suffolk County in general. Like, this is my home. I just want to know where everything is. I go to Nassau County, talk about Queens. I hate going to the city. It's the worst. I only go there for Comic-Cons now. That's it. Like, I'm like, oh, go to the city.
So, are you saying that you're Strong Island all the way?
I am straight up a Long Island boy. Suffolk County, Long Island. Like, it ain't happening.
South Shore.
I've only been to New York twice, so when you guys talk about the boroughs and then Long Island and the Hamptons, like I have no idea, like geographically, how far away you guys really are from each other. But it seems like they're completely different worlds. Like
no, like geographically, like Google Maps-ically, not very far. But I think in terms of but we have similar anyway. But I think like.
I'm like 20 minutes from the Hamptons sometimes. When I go to my parents' house, I'm 20 minutes from the Hamptons. I'm like, I'm good.
Oh my God.
I'm good. But
he's
now
the bougie box of the Hamptons.
But from where I am right now, I'm 40 minutes from the Fox.
Yeah. So.
And I don't
won't come to this den, even to visit.
I don't go to Queens, bro. I don't like going to Queens. I'm going picking up Marvel Legends and Walgreens.
Well,
I'm like, God damn it.
Go to Suffolk County because I enjoy Wi-Fi. So
I got my internet. I'll crush yours, bro. I'll pay like $120 just for
dude,
one.
your wardrobe is crushing me right now. There's no question.
Oh, don't stop that. Stop it. That's too much. That's too much.
Was it the other day that you had leopard print on or something? You were rocking the leopard?
Yeah, where is that outfit? Oh man. Yo, the great thing is you got to be more creative than everybody else. For me at least, I'm trying to outdo me. There's no one even I'm competing with. I'm like, oh, let me get this going. I think my next good outfit is I got a wrestling singlet in. I got a romper in. I got a United States Postal Service outfit and a UPS outfit as well coming out. It's gonna be dynamite.
Oh, nice.
Dynamite. Yeah. Got to represent that.
Were you looking at the short suits, like the guy's suit or something come with the shorts? Yeah.
Well, the shorts. These things are expensive. It sucks because if you're not an actual employee, they go for a high money on the internet. I'm like, gosh, darn. This sucks.
That's awesome.
I was looking for the hat from Jingle All the Way. Remember the mailman from Jingle All the Way? I forget the black guy's name. What's his name? Sinbad. Yeah, Sinbad. And he had like the fur hat or whatever, and had like the ears on it. I'm like, I want that one. I want that whole outfit.
I'm pretty sure I can find you that hat and recreate the patch for you because I live in Michigan where it is colder than hell. And I mean, literally it's 90 today and tomorrow it could snow 6 inches. I don't like the cold. 50 degrees is like my minimum ever. Oh, it absolutely freaking freezing. And then right now it's been in the 90s for the past couple of days. And then the air went out at work. So like I literally went in shorts and in this short sleeve shirt today to work. I was like, I'm not coming in and being uncomfortable.
I live uncomfortable. This thing is like 3 sizes too small on me, and I just make it look so good.
You're fit as a fox and fiddle.
You should see me when I'm actually really fit.
Are you like and I love the stash, but like, do you have to is that really? Because I have I have a He-Man cross on my chest that I had to like etch out with the razor. Is that you straight up? Do you wax job? How do we do it?
I don't have any hair on my body. The girlfriend called me a hairless newt.
Hairless newt.
Like, I don't have to shave none of my chest or anything. My legs barely got any hair on it. My father barely has a chest hair. I'm a hairless newt, she calls me. Did Cletus get the Mr. T? What Mr. T? What? I definitely get the Funko Pop. He's way too expensive.
Bye, APG. Thanks for stopping by.
APG. Look at that. I don't have short names for my guys. You guys got little short names and everything. This is great.
Yeah, average pop guy. That's too much.
Yeah, I try to shorten down instead of Greg Garwood, I just call him Gregory because it just sounds so more annoying. Nobody wants to call him by a full first name with a kid. Oh, Gregory. Joseph Santos. What's up, my man? Probably sell that romper ASAP. I wore it last night. I got like 3 more on the way, bro. They look so fly. This romper, straight up, I was gonna wear it tonight, but is a shark glowing with like a tongue of just juiciness. There's a cat with tacos everywhere. I said, what? Who doesn't want this?
Where did you buy that?
This crazy. I brought up Amazon Prime, right? This thing came within 24 hours. Why you can't get nothing else in the entire world to come that early? I'm like, of course this would show up literally in one day.
What? Because there wasn't a big call for it. It wasn't selling out.
I don't think anybody's buying it but me. Like I'm a big seller on there. There you go, Gregory.
Now you have your T-shirts that I see you wear like after the fights and everything that has your name and everything on it. Now is that something like do you change who your sponsors are that are on the shirt, or is that something that you've done like for a specific reason and that you always wear that? It's kind of like a lucky charm kind of a thing, or
no. So on the patches on my trunk, are going to be a little bit different. So the patches on my trunk, I usually put my favorite people on there. I used to put my favorite Twitch streamers on there at one point. Like I'm like, yeah, this is my favorite streamer. I'm putting him on my trunks. Fairlight Excalibur on his thing. But for the fights afterwards, though, those sponsorships. Those are the ones who financially support me. and they've been doing it for years after years. We have a place called the New York Cancer and Blood Specialists. They own about 172 cancer offices on Long Island, and they're my number one sponsor for years and years. Like, I went in there with a price, and they gave it to me like 5 times over, and I was like, all right, this sounds great. And I train him every once in a while, and because he does that, the other companies might be like my manager's company, who would support me over the years. And then we got Montauk Iced Tea as well. And then I think that's it, what we have right now. We've had a bunch over the years from lawyers, realtors. Then there was phone charging things. So my thing was this, getting into the sport of boxing. I found out very early from watching early UFC fights that these fighters would come out and they would have all this stuff on their trunks, and they have these banners. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ask these companies if they support me, and I'll wear their thing on my trunks or a shirt in the ring afterwards. I would start this out going to mechanic shops to get like my brakes done for $100. I'm like, yeah, you do my brakes, I'll wear your thing in the trunks, because I got no money at the time. You know, starting out boxing, you're going to make $800 a fight. So I'm like, all right, I got the $100 extra. I get to keep it. I'm going to split that with nobody, which is awesome. And that's the way to go. That's the way to do it.
Duck Dodger said Garwood should get a patch on your next fight, on your trunks.
We have a thing in my stream. We are going to do for the next fight. We are going to do a vote on one of the emotes that we picked, that we got from our hype beast. So during the Twitch streams, if there is a certain amount of like donations, subs, or bits evolved in a certain amount of time, there's a thing called a hype train that hops off, and whoever participates in it gets like an exclusive emote that none of us know what it's going to be, and they're always flocking the most ridiculous thing. Our favorite one, it's like a block, like it's just like the stupidest thing. There's just crazy things that you can get. I promise that we would go for a poll for that.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be awesome. They want to know, did you ever think about football as a possible career, or was boxing always what you wanted to do?
I fucking hate boxing. I love football to death. I wish I could play football. I was just too little. We won Long Island Championship in 2004. I was a starting cornerback for there. And I had a weird kind of contract with CW Post College. They wanted me to play, go to school for the first semester and then talk about a scholarship leading into the second semester. And I was like, second year, basically. I was like, I ain't got no $30,000 to spend like that. Come on, bruh. I ain't doing that. So because of that, and because of me not being the best student, I moved on. And my dream and passion was always to become a professional athlete, try some MMA stuff. And then I found myself into a boxing gym, and I fucking took it away from everybody.
Joe says if we ever want to get you over to Fox's place, just tell him that Greg is going to be there and you'll be right over.
Shut up. He's showing up with all the Marvel Legends. He knows how to get me.
For sure. So besides the Pops for Tots, what are the other charities that, and well, I know you had the Pops for Patients thing, but what are the other charities that are kind of near and dear to your heart?
Absolutely nobody else's, because I don't trust anybody else's organizations. We used to do a thing for the cancer, the purple cancer one. But over the years, because my first girlfriend, she had leukemia when we were dating. I dated for 10 years, and she got leukemia when she was like, we were still in high school. She got it. And I was like, oh, this is great, so I'd represent them. And it turns out I see these people showing up in goddamn BMWs. So what the fuck is this shit, yo? These people drive BMWs and it's a charity? So I try to stay far, far away from everybody's thing. That's why when I do the Funko Pop thing, I make sure we sign the stuff. I don't want to take nobody's money, donations, because if you send me money, I'm keeping that shit. I don't give a hell. I'm keeping your money. Please don't do that. I'm Jewish. I can't help it. It's in my blood. Please. So those are the only ones I really care for. All the other ones, I swear they're all BS stuff. I don't deal with it because everybody's trying to make money off of them. So I ain't down for that.
Well, that was the nice thing about the Pops for Patients is either people directly donated boxes, which, they showed us pictures and the labels and everything, so we knew that they had done it. or they actually went on Tell Me and Toys and purchased the boxes that were already the pre-approved list of things. So nothing funneled through our channel or anything. It went directly to the charity, which I really like to do. I'm hoping that we can do it that way with the Children's Brain Tumor Foundation and just have the donations go directly to the foundation, for whatever the item is, and so it doesn't come through us, because I think it's the cleanest way of doing it. And make sure that you get it to the right place and not have to, not like you said, I know you're kidding about I would keep it, but you know what I mean? Like, you make sure that it gets to the place that it's supposed to go.
Right. No, well, if you send me cash, I'm keeping that shit. Like, straight up. Like, Christina Payton sends me $20 of cash to buy ice cream. I'm buying ice cream with that shit. Like, I didn't know it. Like, come on. Are you kidding me? Another big thing, too, is I'm part of this Ring 10, or I think it's Ring 8 thing that we do every single year. It's supposed to be for all the donations go towards the Boxer Relief Fund that to help boxers after they're done in the sport of boxing. I go there so many years now. I've been a contender of the year for them. And I show up, and I know these motherfuckers don't give these boxers jack shit. They're selling out these $200 tables nonstop, and there ain't even no fighters up there that got one damn dollar from any of you people. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good, man. I don't trust no organization unless one I'm running myself.
I signed up to do the Susan B. Komen 3-day event, the 60 miles in 3 days.
Oh, there you go.
And because several people in my family, my grandma passed away from breast cancer, but I did find out that sadly, after I'd already signed up to do it and already, pushed and got all the donations in, because you have to make a certain amount of money. You can't just go there and walk unless you get $5,000. So every single person in there is worth $5,000, and you get a t-shirt and a couple of bag lunches, along the way. But I found out that a big portion of that money for that organization goes towards their executives. And that really bummed me out, because it should be going towards the research. That's where the bulk of that money should go. It shouldn't be going to, like you said, have somebody's driving a BMW or they're going to a $500 dinner.
Yeah, 100%. And you look around, the more you do it, the more you see about it, which is, it's sad and upsetting. And it sucks because, that's the only charity that's around that you can actually participate in and make yourself feel good for breast cancer awareness, that you want to do something and you're like, come on, you do me dirty like that. So I'm just not part of it. Even the ones that Funko do, they did that one with the Australian pops that was sent over there, or they try to do that one with the recently with the doctors with the masks on and everything. And I'm like, look at what they did. Like, they charge in $5 for these pops when they could just charge it from $10 and then sell all the profits. And they just selling it for $5 and not the profits are like $2.50 compared to selling at the normal prices. Like, in my scheme is they put it at $5 is because they want more people to get knowing Funko Pops. They want more people to know Funko Pops based off of what has taken place with the COVID-19, and people want to get these pops for their for their loved ones, and they're like, oh, look, I spent $5 on this.
Yeah.
And, why they do that? Oh, they did it for to give back to everybody, or was it for them to spread awareness of the Funko community product in their lives? So stuff like that kind of grinds me out.
So, I mean, I know that you're monetized because you have such a big, group of subscribers and everything else. Now, obviously, we're not there yet. We're almost halfway there with subscribers and views we're doing really well on. But is it good to go the monetized route? I mean, is it worth it to work as hard as you've worked over the years, or is it something where once you do that, you're kind of under their thumb and under their magnifying glass, and you can't be yourself as much as you could before you were monetized?
Well, first I want to say, Pop Life Toys, same exact thing with Wounded Warriors, 100%. I remember I was about 5 or 6 fights in. The Wounded Warriors actually put me in a thing with 3 other athletes to win $20,000 to wear their logo. Like, they're going to pay me $20K to wear their logo on my trunks. And I'm like, wait, what? You're gonna give me $20,000? Like, doesn't that money have to go to somebody? Nope. This surfer one. And now the monetization on what? YouTube on what?
Yeah, so we're almost to 500 subscribers. We've been at this for 7 weeks now, so we're almost at 500 subscribers.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
And I mean, is it worth it to go to them? I mean, you can opt out of doing the monetization. I just don't, people have said good and bad about it. Like, you do make a little bit of money, but at the same time, then they start kind of reviewing your videos a little more closely. And so I don't. Is it one of those things like we'll lose our individuality if we go through the monetization, or is it kind of worth it?
Have you not seen my motherfucking videos?
Not on that, I haven't.
I go fucking crazy. I do my own thing. I play music. I cut it up in different ways so it doesn't get demonetized. At first, the good thing for you, because you got the live stream thing down, you want to get monetized because people will be able on YouTube donate you those stickers, give you a few extra bucks. The thing about Twitch compared to YouTube, though, is they don't take 30% like they do on YouTube. They take 30% over here on YouTube. And then once you hit 1,000 subs, you hit that button, you ain't making no money for like 5 years. I made like $5,000 ever on YouTube overall, but I posted 1 year. I posted 300. I posted over 400 videos in 1 year. I just grinded out. 2018 is the year that I posted everything. 2017 I posted videos. 2019 I posted nonstop videos. Well, I did okay on videos. And then this year, once COVID-19 came, I said, you know what? I'm taking the leading support role right here. I'm posting a video every flocking day to give some kind of entertainment and get people out there to see the channel. And it's been a lot of flocking work because to post a video every day and grinding at the edits it's a lot. And I don't buy any of this stuff for any of the videos, just the outfit. I buy the collectibles because that's what I'm into. I got them at usually a great price if I can. And some of the videos, I'll be like, oh, this video is from actually 2019 from some Comic-Con we went to, a convention. I'm like, here's the 2019. Here's when I bought all these. One of my laws that I have is if I don't post a video, I won't unbox it. So I got a whole closet full of dream of figures. Like there's like 100 Hot Toys in there, and there's just Mezco figs and all this stuff. So we're kind of getting around to it right now. Sometimes, we were it a little bit, and I was like to unbox. I was like, finally get to unbox this thing. Yes. So, the monetization thing is whatever. It is whatever. There's nothing to worry about because once you see the views and how much money you get, you're like, wow. It just took me, I don't even know. My buddy Marvel at My Toys got his first $100 because you have to get a minimum of $100 to get withdrawal from YouTube. And he has 3.5K subs. He got his $100 last night for the first time. And he posts a lot of Mezco stuff, a lot of Hot Toy stuff. It doesn't pay for itself at all. But for me, I just love being part of the community and doing it. And the YouTube community itself aren't really there as if the Twitch community is. I'll go stream on YouTube. We're talking about maybe $3 people donate or whatever. There's no membership kind of things that really work. But on Twitch, you just use your $2.50 donation and you show the support, and we just go crazy. I don't even read the YouTube chat when I'm streaming anymore because they don't really show support as if this other community that I've built over there does. And that's my fam on that side. I hang out with these guys every week for 6 hours, sometimes 7 hours a week, 8 hours a week. I got more than them. Anybody else? I don't even need a club. I don't even go to a party. We're drinking, partying up, eating ice cream, drinking beer, and eating pizza on Saturday nights, selling Funko Pops. So it's like, come on, this is great.
I love the animations you have, like the dragon that shoots the fire out when certain things happen, and like the Sonic coins that go flying when certain things happen. I love that.
Yeah. I did Twitch way years before there was like YouTube videos. Like when I first wrapped my hands, for instance, there was only like 2 channels that taught you how to wrap your hands on YouTube. I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn how to wrap my hands. And then when I got onto Twitch, there was always like problems with their OBS platform. Like this black screen. I'm like, how do you fix this? There's like one video, and if that doesn't work for you, you're kind of screwed. So I had to go dig through forums and stuff like that. And now you go on there, every problem solved by a 12-year-old kid. I'm like, oh, thanks, kid.
So is there any pop in the world that you kind of regret that you didn't pick up at the time when it was out on retail and now it's like obscene in price?
I don't think so, because what I did after I collected the Star Wars Pops was I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy all the Marvel Grails first, because I didn't want to have that collection like I did with my Star Wars, where I had 1 through whatever at the time, 285, whatever it was. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I don't need 10 Captain Americas, 10 Spider-Man, 10 this, 10 that. So I bought all the Grail figures off the bat. I was like, all right, that's cool. And then I found out, damn, I bought all the other ones on the way too. I'm like, oh, I need that set. Oh, I just seen this movie. 'Cause I never seen any of the Star Wars films until I bought all the Pops. And then I didn't see any of the Spider-Man, the MCU films until after I started buying those Grails. And then when I bought the Grails, I was like, oh, I want to add these Pops to my collection. I got that whole set. I got this whole set from this film, and that set, and this set. But I bought them all at such low prices at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just, for me, it was what it is now. It's a low price. At that time, people thought I was crazy spending $10,000 a month on Funko Pops. Like, and then, 4 years later, I still have $50,000 in Pops I can't even get rid of. It's crazy that we sold 70 last year. We sold about 30 this year. And I still have 50,000 worth of these fucking things. Pop wise, as if I had to go out and pick up any of them right now, no. No. I've had them all in my hands. Those gold hoppers. I had 3 gold hoppers in my hands. I've hung out with Hopper. I'm like, I don't even need a damn Pop. I got the story. Take these back.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I mentioned before, once you own the Grails, you get a few of them. You're like, all right, I feel comfortable. Cool. Let me move them on. And then keep the ones that you really, really want. I kept the Star Wars ones that I like.
Oh, I'm into The Mandalorian because I actually love the show. I mean, it was 8 episodes. I binge watched the whole thing. Star Wars, it's been around since I was a kid, and I have the original, like the little figurines downstairs, and I'm pretty sure I have some of the actual backboards, the packaging. But Star Wars was big for me when I was a kid, and I grew up with all boys, so I mean it was either Star Wars or Hot Wheels or GI Joes. And then today I just actually, he's not worth a whole lot, but if I look cool, I got the GI Joe Storm Shadow pop in.
Okay.
Because I loved the cartoon back in the 80s. I thought that was super cool.
That's nice. Another company just came out with some good G.I. Joe stuff. Like, they look just like the figures that just came out. I forgot who made it, but you can go on.
Oh, no, you'll have to hit me up because, I'd love to get a couple more of them. I mean, that was like the one to watch. Yo-Joe, and then with Cobra Commando and Destro and everything.
Destro is a Deathstroke figure that, like, off the charts, like 2020 figure of the year when it comes to, like, the 6-inch ones. That's the guy. And the good thing about them is you don't take them out of the box. You can just leave them in the box too. It's not like you have to take them out. That's why Funko Pop's so great, is you could be a dull collector and you can just have them in the back and there's nothing wrong with it. You collect these action figures, you got to put them on display, most of them. And then when you put them on display, people to come over, they think you're a flocking little kid. I go, no. Do you know what that is? It's Rogue. She's the sexiest human being of all animated series characters of all time. She goes for $100 million. Are you kidding? It's not a toy.
Well, that's the thing, is a lot of people are, they don't understand it. Like, I understand with these because they look like a kid's toy, but when you get into what you have and like the Todd McFarlanes that are coming out and the Hulkbuster that you have in the background, those are works of art. And the things that you can do with them and change out of them, those are works of art. It's not just it's not a doll.
Absolutely. When I get like people over the house, first thing I do, I'm like, listen, check out this flocking Iron Man figure. And they go, what is this? I go, yeah, it goes like $350. They're mind blown. Absolutely. $350, you fucking crazy. It looks amazing. I ain't never gonna buy that. And we all were like that at one point when we were like, yeah, I ain't buying all these Pops. $10, more than enough. I ain't completing the set, and the next thing you complete the set, and then all right, what's the other set that's out? Oh, there's the first release of these. All right, let me go get those, and then $70, $100. So it's pretty hard. The one biggest thing I would do to these people was I go, here's my pop price guide, and they would be like, okay, I understand, because the pop price guide had the value on there, so everyone's like, all right,
Yeah.
we're good.
Now with the figures like the Hot Toys and everything, obviously there's what you pay for it, but is it the same way with those as far as collectors go, where the value is so much more because they're a certain figure or they come with a certain accessory or like how do you judge? Like I watched you to learn how to judge on, like, Tony the Tiger was the one that I remember you talking about that stood out to me. But how do you judge on these figures, like what to get into and what to buy and what is going to be not only something that you like, but also something that's going to hold its value?
Yeah, so you got to look out for films or ideas that are created by Hot Toys. One of the biggest ones right now is from their Solo film. Nobody really liked that film, so the quantity that they created for these figures are very low. And then he went with a new design piece. The one most particular is going to be the Mud Trooper that everybody's after. It's sold out everywhere. It didn't even hit stores yet or in stock, and it's sold out everywhere. The reason being is it's almost like this the Scarif Trooper that it has soft goods on it. So if you take a regular Stormtrooper, he has plastic goods on him. So when you pose him and move him, he looks like a robot. But when he has the soft goods on him, he just looks really nice. Other figures that are off the charts is finding stuff that has that like that foundation pieces that even though they don't watch that kind of film, but they know being an Iron Man collector that's the Mark 7 or that's the Mark 1 or that's the Mark 2. Not going to buy like the Mark 50. The Mark 50 Hot Toy from Infinity Wars, it looks cool, but that thing ain't going to be worth goddamn thing, but its value. So I bought a figure that was just released afterwards, the Mark 7. I bought 4 of those because I know people are going to want to go back looking for those particular figures. And overall, because it's such a cool piece that you can actually pose them in 3 different styles, it comes into like a pod and all this stuff, that I don't mind actually keeping in my collection. So it has 2 phases to it. So if you're going to spend your money on something, you have to absolutely like it, because every single day you're going to walk past your collection and you're going to be like, I fucking hate this piece. It's been a week or 2 weeks or a month. You got to walk past that thing for 3 to 4 years, because that's like my limit for when I figure out if I'm keeping it for, or if I want to move it on. Like if it's in my storage unit, it's been 4 years. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to move on for it. Unless it has like that really nostalgic value, like Pokemon or something, like Pokemon cards. But if you don't like something, like I got Hot Toys last year that probably sold earlier than I should have, but I really just didn't like them. I just picked them for good deals, and I was like, ugh, I fucking hate these things, and I just get my money back or I'll take a loss on them. So a lot of them you just gotta put some knowledge in, and you gotta have great taste, I can say too, in that sense. And you can't be afraid to spend your money. Don't be afraid to spend it. I have never once said, oh my Lord, when the figure came in, oh, I definitely should have spent that money on that one.
Right.
That sucks. Like I'm talking like a secondary market valued one, like when it's like really high up there in price. Because this King Kong kind of pissed me off. This thing was on sale for like $175. He goes for $250 retail, but he had no articulation in his knees and his elbows. It was like a big ass Funko Pop, and I was pissed. And this just happened yesterday. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. So at least I didn't go spend $500 on it to find out. I was like, damn, that was crazy. So that would probably be the only example, and it only happened last year. Again, all these other Funko Pops I bought, I was like, yeah, baby, look what I got in the mail today, Marge Simpson or whatever. I'm like, wow, this is great, and just have it in your collection. So don't be afraid to do it, because most likely, unless you're going, I don't even know, like unless you're going to buy the newest Target exclusive Blacklight Funko Pops, you bought them for $200 plus, and you got them in the mail, then you should be disappointed in yourself and you should get out of the game, because you got to be patient and don't be a straight up loser buying these pops at that kind of price when they're going to get restocked. They're going to be back out there. These aren't Comic-Con edition, limited numbered pieces.
Right.
Funko is a corporation ran and sold by the public. You know, stockholders own these things. When was the last time they released only 50,000 or 30,000 exclusive Funko Pops? They haven't done that since 2018. Was 30,000 was the limit on majority of their exclusives. So exclusive Funko Pops now are like 50,000 long. The game of the whole thing is what they used to do. They just, first one's off the bus. Here you go, guys. Enjoy. First one's off the bus. Here you go. And then the second wave and the third wave and the fourth wave. Same thing with the Hot Toys. Same thing with the Mezcos. Same thing with the Marvel Legends. Everybody's fighting for that first wave. I went to Target today. I just picked up the Beast and the entire Sugar Man wave after the third wave came out. And I'm guarantee you in 4 months, it's going to be everywhere. I'm like, God damn, this pigger's still around. So patience, people, patience. So I'm going to come over your house. I'm going to burn your whole collection.
Well, it was ridiculous. I mean, watching what the prices have been going on, on Instagram and Mercari and eBay with these Blacklight Pops. It's like, literally, if you do some homework and you do some legwork, you can probably still find it in a store. It may not be in the best condition of a box, but I mean, if you really wanted it, you can still get it for $11. And I've been helping a guy out because he was trying to get into the waffle game, and he put the backpack in something else up, and he had it at like 12, 10, and 1. I'm like, bro, how much are you out? I'm like, you're out. He's like, well, it's around $50. And then I had to explain to him, I'm like, if you're going to go that, people are just going to look you as a flipper. You're not going to get the true collectors that are after it. If somebody really wants it, they might shove $12 your way, but no one's going to spend what you're getting is $120 for $50 worth of stuff, and they're not going to do that. So we had a little chat, and I kind of explained it, and he knocked it way back. The problem is he's just not known enough yet, and a lot of people told me, at the start, you don't even try it unless you have 100 posts and 500 subs, because people don't know you well enough to do the game. But then there's been other people that are, it's $250 for the 4 of them or the 5 of them, including the Spider-Man. It's like, what is going on?
That's crazy. I don't know what's up. People are desperate for figures, but what do you guys do with your figures? Are you guys posting YouTube videos and you're making crazy monetization on your film that you're making so for each 1,000 views, you basically make $4. So I usually average at least a minimum of $4. Cause I usually get, no matter what, I get 1,000 views. Like if I don't get 1,000 views on video, I'm like, damn, I'm really losing it, man. And I'm going to get $4 to go spend $200 for videos. And that's the same thing for you guys. You guys don't got YouTube video channels out there. What are you out there hunting these things down for? To put them on the wall and take one photo on your Instagram page that has 25 followers? Like, come on, chill out. They're going to be more. And guess what? This is why my channel never got really popular compared to doing the Top Pop stuff and the other hunt video channels, because again, they call me the Hebrew Hammer. I'm a Jewish athlete. I'm out here waiting for hot cash to come around, buy my pops for $5 or $4.62, using my hot cash, using my codes, using my surveys, cashing in, because at the end of the year, if I look at my collection compared to your collection, we spent the same exact money, and I have a third more than you, just because I saved, or maybe even double of what you have, just because I was patient and I wasn't trying to be a hype beast. And I was smart about it. And I've done that my whole way through this whole collecting journey. The Mud Trooper that I told that was sold out, I got 3 coming, but I pre-ordered from a website that gets them the absolutely last ones. But guess what? It's sold out everywhere. Everybody's trying to pay for it for $500.
Yeah.
But I went the smarter route. All right, I'll go with the slowest company right off the bat and get it from them instead of trying to force my way into buying it, because at the end of the day, these things are retailed at their prices because that's all they are going for of product quality wise. A $255 Hot Toy figure has about $255 worth of quality into it. That is it. Once you start buying it for $500, $800, you're like, what are you doing? It only you take it out of a box, especially Hot Toys. You take them out of a box, try to enjoy them. You're like, wow, that thing looks really good on the shelf. For the same price, I got this one at $255. And Funko Pops is like same kind of game ish, but Funko Pops is a different game it's like the stock market because you can buy so low on that compared to Hot Toys, and because the value goes so extremely high, like your Mandalorian figure, because you can buy it at $15 and then it goes to skyrocketing prices. It's a fun game. I want to get out of getting out of my collection and just keep in just a few pops. Like I think I own like 6 DC pops now, and I'm flocking and loving it. I'm like, I got 6 of my favorite ones. I'm good to go. I love it. Light and tight, keep it real. And then maybe I'll start dabbling into, picking up people's collections and getting into that kind of game and reselling them and investing my way into that stuff.
Well, I mean, and that's a great way to go with the collections because, it's usually about 1/3 of the value. And most people have, 1 or 2 grails that you can pick up at a really good price. But then you have all of these other ones that you can sell to kind of recoup your expenses there, which is nice. And I have to ask, I mean, I know you had like at one time, one of the videos I saw, I think you had 2 separate storage units full of Funko Pops. So doing the mystery boxes, are you paring down to just the ones like you had them all, like you said, I had them in my hands, I've had them all, whether it was a common or a grail, and now are you just paring down the collection to just what you absolutely, like you said, touches your heart? Is that like kind of the point of the mystery boxes is to get rid of those ones?
To get rid of them, and I'm not even putting in like actually what the value of them actually are at, because the mystery boxes are $15 plus shipping or $10 plus shipping. Sometimes we did $15 mystery boxes with the being grails and then tier pops underneath it. I'm basically selling them at what the price I got them 3 years ago. I'm not even selling them at what they actually go for at this point, because I was fortunate enough to go to the cons and get some pops from Funko to where I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. And my addiction for them, long gone. The space, like you said, is so it's so bearing on my shoulders that it literally emotionally suffocates me. Like I'm like, at one point, the only time I've ever hated collecting was when I was like, I have so much Funko Pops in my collection that it's stressing me out. I can't even get new stuff, and I don't want to sell anything. And I'm just like, this isn't good. I got to figure something out. And thank God Game of Thrones came around for the season finale, because it definitely ripped the Band-Aid off for me. Last June, I sold $20,000 of Funko Pops by myself on eBay, just myself, as a solo collector who collected stuff. And I came up with my own like scheme and theories on how to sell stuff and how I mark things. And Bearded Pop Hunter would call me like the Rain Man of pop collecting, because I'm always just talking like numbers in my head. I create my own theories and I sell them, and it fucking works. And I don't know.
Now, do people know that it's you when they're buying them, or do you have like you're incognito so they wouldn't know?
They'd have no idea. I don't want people buying stuff because I influenced it. I don't want people buying stuff and then think they can buy it, or they can watch certain items on the page to where you start getting enough watchers on it. Maybe you start fluctuating the price around, and then you find out that actual price wasn't organic. It was actually built because followers got on there and they watched the items go up. So it would kind of ruin that whole organic flow of what I created as a collector. And I'm somebody who's like, I don't know anything about business. I got a Jewish little thread in me, but that's about it. I don't know anything about business savvy stuff like this, but because I did that, I have became a better overall collector of understanding how everything works, how to understand the taxes on everything, the shipping rates, how to price things, how to make a Tony Stark figure, whatever this goes for, San Diego Comic-Con, go for $200. I've learned that throughout my ways. I sold majority of those pops that I had in another video recently for like $600. They're only valued at like 20, 30 bucks, but because I know how to price them and post them up, I sell them for extremely amount of money, which is great.
Fox sent me this one, and when he sent it to me, it was worth like $15, and I think he showed me a picture today. The PPG has this one now listed at $70.
Bet that right. I got 2 of those flocking things.
$70.
I can't believe it. I got all those Mythos stuff. The Myths line. You know, I got to the Myths line because nobody was collecting them. I enjoyed it. I would even wait on there till they would release about 3 of them over time, and I would just bulk order them to save on shipping. And then now all of a sudden, everybody's a hype beast to buying all the Myth stuff. I was like, you know what? I found this company called Mythic Legions. 4 Horsemen's the company, and Mythic Legions is actually their thing. And they come up with all these their own mythic kind of caliber figures.
Hang on, let me.
I'm not here to chase these figures. This is a Borear. His name is Borear. He's a damn boar that's dressed up as a gladiator. Reminds me of the guinea pig. So we got like these guys, and I enjoy this. I'm not in the mood of hunting these figures down because I hate that problem where it comes to, oh wow, this thing's worth $70 now. Let me possibly sell this thing. I don't want that. I know these ones go up in value like that, but because of the hype beast and the people going on there and competing for it, kind of wears you out over the years, I guess, to where it's, hey, look, I got it and you didn't. Like, is that what I'm supposed to do on my channel? Like, hey, here's my Funko Shop exclusive that sold out. I got it. And it's going up in value. Like what is this? This the flock
It's like the Miss Medusa. That Miss Medusa was sitting at like 22, 25, $27 or something, and all of a sudden it shot up to like 110. And I don't know what the difference is lately, why everything's gone up. When my parents got me the Mando for helping them out during the COVID thing, it was like 270-ish, and now it's like what, 430 or 440.
So amazing. She's that's why she likes collecting them, because she sees what happens. That's a great example for people to just get more into it. Those trolls line though, that's 10 of those bad boys. I don't know if those things are gonna go up like that. That's a lot. That's a lot. I know it's that nostalgic feel of getting you them as a kid and doing it. So you got to be careful on a lot of those, because some of those, like I believe those troll pops, you know, they're gonna be $5 pops at the end of the day, because there's just so many variants. Like you only need one, and just buy the Comic-Con one, right? But I don't know. I'm just sick of the. I don't want to have to hustle my way into getting everything and then come to a point where like, oh, I think I'll sell this now, even though I bought it just because nobody else was and I wanted to enjoy it at the time. Now I got to sell my Myth line.
No, I mean, they're super cool. I have Loch Ness somewhere up
there.
there.
I got Loch Ness too. I think I got out of box. I didn't even notice it was worth any money. I'm like, wait, what? This right here. Like, I had no idea. But you want to see some really cool things. Hot Toys makes these guys. They make these Kaz babies. Here, put the camera on.
All right.
Let's turn these guys around. They make these Kaz babies, and they go for about $15 in Hong Kong, but they go for about $25 here in the US. And these things, compared to a Funko Pop, gives you that $25 value, or if you got it for $15 value, compared to if this Funko Pop was sold in Japan, there would probably be like $5. And these things are highly detailed, and they look amazing, and they're all flocked. I got a whole set of these guys. They're called Kaz babies, and that's the Winnie Pooh and Tigger. I got this Eeyore and Piglet. It comes in a set, and the set looks really good. The box of everything. So these things are great. You know, they have a whole set of these guys, a big box. They all come together. I'm like, I like that. I got the Wreck-It Ralph ones too. So, you know, just diversifying your collection, making it look cool, and you can't compare the Funko Pops to that at all. So
I'm trying to figure out what I did with it. Did you see? I don't know if you saw it. Probably not. We had Foco toys on the other night, or we did a whole thing on Foco, and Fox isn't on here, but he's got a Superman bobblehead that has the New York Mets up in his. I don't know if you're a Mets or a Yankees fan or anything like that, but they had these Ikis things, and at first I thought they were resin or they were wood. Oh, here it is. And then I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you're into Ninja Turtles, but these things look like wood.
Oh wow, the girlfriend would love those.
So they've got
that's crazy.
They've got like the OG Ninja Turtles with all of them have the red, and then Fox has got the Shredder. But these things are just amazing, and the detail on them, and they're different. You know, they come in the same size box as a Pop and everything else, but the detail on them is crazy. The Shredder one is the neatest one. I wish if I had it to show you, I would show it to you. But I mean, they have all kinds of the Joker. They have Batman. Most of it's DC. I didn't see anything Marvel. I don't think they have the licensing yet for the Marvel, but the DC stuff they have some glow stuff like Jason from Friday the 13th, and when we looked at those, the glow on those is crazy. They have Beetlejuice ones, you know, kind of fun. Like, you know, if you like kind of those offbeat collectibles, that may be something to look at. But the amazing company, they sent us that stuff to unbox and show off, and fortunately they sent us both Mets things instead of one Cubs and one Mets. So Fox has both of them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's crazy because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, your Teenage Mutant Turtle is based off of how many different sets of the 4 turtles you have. So you would want that set because that adds another set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures in your collection. Like, that's how somebody would grade your Teenage Mutant Turtle collection, because so many different variants and styles that they have throughout the years. Like, I have like 8 sets of different turtles just from NECA, just right here alone. And it's basically the same mold in different colors. But like, yes, but
yeah,
one of us.
I won a custom Ninja Turtle the other day, and I got to pick which base one I wanted to use. So he's taken like an original Michelangelo Ninja Turtle, but he's going to turn it into a knight with the owl on his chest for the show, for Night Owls.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he does a really good job. And then I've got another girl coming on that does the Jankies. She customizes those. She's coming on, I have to look. I think it was the 15th or something like that. Her name's Katie, and she's got a Twitch channel as well. And she does like amazing things where she takes these base model common Jankies and then turns them into these like really cool things. Are you into like the custom stuff at all, or you just want like the pure figure kind of a thing?
Depends what the custom is and what's brought to life. If a company went out there, or if somebody went out there and made me a custom, I got a bunch of custom Pops that people created for me. You know, they're right in my collection. Let me see what this guy's eating real quick. I will beat his ass. You better get your ass out of there. What are you doing? If you play wires, I'm dead. Go on, get.
How big is that guinea pig?
He's small. He's a small pig, but we like to have the free range guinea pigs. Let me get him out of my desk. They're free range. They get to enjoy them live. You better get out of here. But this particular one eats the wires, and he actually gets behind the back. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Nope, don't go back. No. Oh. Get out of here. Get out. Just another live stream at the Hannah house. I'm about to whoop my guinea pig. Get on, get.
Well, I know it's getting late, and I know you get up early, but I have one more question. So, as someone who has been, you know, such a huge part of this community, and what advice do you have for all of these people that are just starting out with collecting, and for us as far as the social media? Like, what advice can you give us as far as how we grow?
Oh, if you want to grow, you got to post content every single day. It doesn't matter what it is, or not every day. Just get a strategy. Like, I this year came up with Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I do my live streams this year. When in the past, I would just randomly always do them, and because that schedule always set up, I try to follow the same channels that I enjoy watching on YouTube. There's a Madden channel that I follow every single day, and I know at 1 o'clock, if I'm eating my lunch or whatever, I'm going to watch him no matter what. Like, he's the guy I always watch, and
Mhm.
because his schedule is always set that way, that I want to, when I eat my lunch, watch this guy up. Like, that's, even if his content's just bland for that day for the game, I don't care, because I'm just so used to just getting in my rhythm, getting my move. And if you do that over years, not even over a year, over time, a great example of that one too is going to be Greg Cook. He has a Saturday morning stream where he gets more viewers than I get. I got 20,000. I think he might even have 10,000, but he has like 75 to 100 viewers on his Saturday morning streams when he just sits there and talks stuff. But he's been doing it for over a year or so on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock on YouTube, doing his thing. And that's like the only way to do it. I know other people think you need to go out there and go to school and all that stuff. Don't go to school for it's YouTube videos for stuff that you enjoy, because the money that you're going to make on YouTube is extremely, extremely small over time. So collecting wise, if you're just getting into collecting, go buy the stuff that you have real passion for before you start going outwards, buying stuff that you're like, I remember that show. I remember that commercial. I used to eat that cereal. Oh, wow, that's scary. Don't do that. Go out there, buy the stuff you want first. If you're a Star Wars guy, go buy all your Star Wars pops. If they're too expensive, don't branch out. Save your flocking money and go buy more Star Wars pops. Because once you start branching out, you're going to start losing your straight path. And that's why I'm to the point where I have to sell my collection just so I can live a life again. I got 350 Marvel Funko Pops that I got to sell, and I didn't even start collecting them at all. I told you I wanted to buy all the Grails. I own 350 of them I got to sell now, and it's the worst feeling overall. And I can't express that in any other way except pain.
Right. No, absolutely. Well, I so appreciate you coming on. It has been an absolute pleasure to get to know you. I mean, I watch you and I see you and everything, but to actually get, to have a chat with you and talk and learn, more about your life and where it's going in your collection. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. I am completely 100% honest that if we can somehow help out with your charity run and at the end of the year, I'd be happy to step in and do whatever we can to help you. And if you need anything as far as that's concerned, let us know. Be glad to step up to the plate and see what we can do to help you out.
Awesome. That sounds great. And yeah, you could tell there's like two different sides to like how you do it. Like this is more of a, talking knowledgeable kind of stream. But if you see me on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we flocking, getting lit and crazy, music blazing. There's nothing but Viper just running around with his head cut off. So I enjoyed this very much. It was nice to have a enjoyment, conversation, interview, guest kind of thing. Trying to share stuff that you don't know about me compared to me doing like an unboxing interview or getting into an interview where they're like, oh, so what got you into collecting? Oh, what got you into like, that's the same plain old stuff. You didn't do that here, which I've really enjoyed. And that Christina Payne, she don't stop with them links for everybody's channel. She's the greatest woman on earth, man. I feel like I gotta tip you afterwards every single time I stream. I'm like, damn, man, I can't send you no more ice cream now because you've been losing weight like a mother flocker. God damn, that girl's skinny.
Yeah, no, Christina's been awesome, and we did a whole shout out at the last episode with the mod week and everything else, and I feel blessed for all my mods that I have in here. Batman Dallas, all those guys that come in here and help, and Christina's an angel, and she's the one. Yeah, I said, is there anything that you want me to ask? And she's like, yeah, ask him about his ice cream.
Ice cream, baby. Hebrew Hammer, that thing is flocking crazy. And Christina Payne is a great example to where if you look on her channel, she almost has nearly 1,000 subs on her channel because she was participating in live streams for a community that she enjoyed. And that is something totally. Imagine if a content creator did that same kind of work and effort, and how far they would actually grow and how fast they would do it before everybody else within just whatever span. It would. That's crazy. That's crazy. She's almost at 1,000 subscribers, producing just regular good stuff for herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So shout to you guys. Good luck with everything. Hopefully you get more guests like myself on here. I know I helped out a few channels because then they go send them. Oh, we had Cletus on. The next thing you know, Josh Pence or another company or next person you ask, Top Pops or whatever, you got them on there because look, you got the hammer.
Well, it's been an absolute dream having you on here because you've been one of the people that I've always watched. And like I said, when I first got into Funkos, you were the one of them that I first saw. So it's been an absolute dream. I wish you the best of luck with everything coming up and the move and everything else. And, Fox in his dress will come over and help you pack, I'm sure. You might have to check his pockets, but.
No chance. No chance. No chance.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you for the chat. I mean, we had an excellent chat tonight. Everybody asking questions. So I appreciate everybody coming out. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Have a great night, everybody.